All right, welcome back, guys. Moving on down south, South Florida, actually, we arrived at the home of the 2012 champion Miami Heat. The Heat have been making some moves, too. The Miami Heat signed the Hall of Fame shooting guard, Ray Allen, to a 3-year, $9 million contract. The NBA's all-time three-point leading shooter turned down a 2-year, $12 million contract from Boston, the team who helped him win his first ring. He's linking up with the best player in the game and probably the best passer in the game. So, with that said, how much better did the Heat get acquiring Allen?
They got better, man. It's like you have a guy that, you know, if you leave him, he's not, of course, Ray Allen's not the same guy that he was when he was younger, when he was averaging like 20-some points a game. But he's still dangerous. And if you leave him wide open behind the arc, he's going to punish you night in and night out. And he hustles. Everybody says this guy is old, this guy is this. Like when Boston gave Miami all they could handle in the Eastern Conference Finals. And everybody tried to say, you guys are old, you guys can't do this. But they hustle and they work hard. And that's what makes Allen the perfect kind of player for Miami, because now you have other guys that can ball out, but now you have this, you know, the greatest three-point shooter in the history of the game added to all the other weapons that you have on the team. You're looking at a team that could, and I'll say this, could win 70-plus games this year.
73.
70-plus games. Think 1996 Chicago Bulls.
Whoa, okay.
Compare him to that team?
I'm going to compare him to that team.
72 and 10.
I'm going
72 and 10.
72 and 10.
Okay. So how you feel? You think that the Heat got better? I mean, they just signed somebody that just came off an ankle injury, but he is one of the best three-point shooters in history.
I agree with him. The Heat just keep on getting better. They're like the New York. They are starting to become the New York Yankees of the NBA. They just keep on getting better. You know how the Yankees always re-signing guys, but getting back to the Heat, they add another shooter, and plus if Mike Miller doesn't come back, because you know he had the back injury, so he said he's not sure if he's gonna come back. If he doesn't come back, that's another shooter. And even if he does, man, Eastern Conference, I don't know, man. I don't know what y'all gonna do, man.
Well, speaking of the Eastern Conference, Boston, you know, they just got Jason Terry, but
Who?
is Boston better off without Allen? You know, they just got Fab Melo in the draft. They just got Sullinger in the draft. Are they better off without Allen?
You know, they had a really good draft, and they picked up a really good player in Jason Terry. Like, Jason Terry is
Not better than Ray Allen.
I'm not gonna say he's better than Ray Allen, but he's pretty doggone good. He's pretty solid, and he's that veteran player that, you know, his personality, I believe, will mesh perfectly with Kevin Garnett and
will it mesh perfectly with Rajon Rondo? Because that reportedly, that's the other reason Ray Allen left, is because him and Rajon Rondo got into it.
Rajon is a big baby. He's a big baby too. I'm not even gonna do that to him. But
do it to him. Do it to him. Somebody need to be honest with him.
I'm not Stephen A. Smith. But yeah, I still believe Boston is a pretty good team. Now you got that younger group of guys, Fab Melo. Who's the other guy?
Jared Sullinger.
Jared Sullinger, who I really wanted to draft him. But that's beside the point. But you have these young guys who now you can kind of groom them with those older guys who are still talented and can still dominate you.
Yeah, KG coming back was big for them because that's a big mentor for them.
I mean, of course, you do lose that three-point shooter in Ray Allen. You do miss those buckets, but at the same time, you still have guys that can go. You still have a team that's going to compete, and you still have a team that's still going to be in the upper half of the Eastern Conference.
So no disagreement. All right, so I know you just said they possibly can win 70 games. I really don't believe that, but do you think that they have a good chance to break that record, that Chicago record?
I don't know. I really don't. I think they could, but I don't see them doing it because the East is tough, and Boston and Chicago are gonna give them headaches, and even teams within their own division gonna give them headaches. Like, cause if they hold on here, let me finish. The reason why I say that is because any given night, a team could go in thinking we're just gonna be every team, but then they have that one night. It just takes that one night to be messing up and to hit a losing streak.
I mean, I'm not gonna go. You know, I take back the prediction. I'm not gonna predict that they're going to win 70 games, but they can very well do it. They can very well do it. Yeah. I mean, you have the talent, you have all the tools. You know,
I'm not saying they can't, but I'm just saying it's gonna be tough because any given night, and you already know you're gonna get every team in the UA's best game because you're
Well,
that
hold on.
team. You
All right,
you
yeah.
got that target on your back.
All right, if LeBron James could lead Cleveland to 60-plus victories a few years ago, pretty close to that 72 mark that, that Jordan led Chicago to, I have no doubt in my mind that LeBron, who I believe hasn't even reached his full potential as a
hasn't.
player, which is even scarier, I truly believe that he can do the same thing in Miami with a better cast. He has a much better cast than he has in Cleveland. And you won 63 games in Cleveland in a season, led the entire league in wins. It's a little bit
All right,
easier
so
than that.
I need a prediction. How many games will they win? It's an 82-game season. How many wins will they win?
I'll go ahead and say 61. That'll be my safe prediction. 61.
Okay.
And you?
I have to say 60.
60.
What you gonna say about this?
Well, I mean, I don't think they're a 60-win team. I think that it has to gel. I don't even really know who's going to be their starting
Honestly.
their cast besides Ray Allen, because when you look at it, they lost a lot of players, and they're going to lose even more. But we have to end it right there. But